Hello, personnel at Site 85. Today we're gonna have the presentation about SCP-049, the Plague Doctor. The Plague Doctor has been doing a lot of anonymous activity, so we must learn the basics of it first. So it's presented by me, a doctor. So, warning. Any non-authorized personnel accessing this file or dispensation will be immediately terminated through the Berryman Lanford magnetic kill agent. Scrolling down without proper magnetic inoculation will result in immediate cardiac arrest followed by death. You have been warned. So here's item SCP-049, object class Euclid. So basically 049 is contained in a standard secure humanoid containment cell in Research Center Sector 2 at Site 19. SCP-049 must be sedated before any attempts to transport it. During transport, SCP-049 must be secured within the Class 3 humanoid restriction harness, including looking collar, extension restraints, and monitored no fewer than two armored guards. While 049 is generally cooperative with most Foundation personnel, outbursts or sudden changes in behavior are to met and with elevated force. Under no circumstances should any personnel come in direct contact with 049 during these outbursts. In the event SCP-049 become aggressive, the application of lavender or L multifida has been shown to produce a calming effect on the entity. Once calmed, SCP-049 generally becomes complaint and will return to containment with little resistance. In order to facilitate all the ongoing containment of 049, the entity is provided with corpse of a recent deceased animal, or typically a bovine or a large mammal, once every 2 weeks for study. Corps that become instances of 042 SCP-049-2 are to be removed from SCP-049's containment cell, and in and integrated SCP-049 are no longer permitted to interact with human subjects, and requests for human subjects are to be denied. Temporary containment procedures. See an addendum 0.049.3 per Containment Committee Order 049 S19 17.1. SCP-049 is no longer permitted to interact directly with any members of Foundation staff, nor is to be provided with any additional course or to be used in surgery. This order shall persist indefinitely until such time consensus regarding on the ongoing containment of 049 can be reached. So here's the picture of the 049's facial structure. And for the description, uh, 049 is a humanoid entity with roughly 1.9 meters in height, which bears the appearance of a medieval plague doctor. While SCP-049 appears to be wearing a thick robes of and the ceramic shield indicative that professions the garments since that seem to have grown out of Overnine's body over time, and they are now nearly indus- indus- indistinguishable from whatever form is beneath them. X-ray indicates that despite this, SCP-049 does have a capable of humanoid skeletal structure beneath its outer layer. SCP-049 is capable of speech in various language variety of language, though tends to prefer English or medieval French. While SCP-049 is generally cordial but and cooperative with the Foundation staff, it can become especially irritated or at times outright aggressive if it's feel that it is in the presence of what is called the pestilence. Although the exact nature of this pestilence is currently unknown to Foundation researcher, but it does seem to be an issue of immense concern to SCP-049. SCP-049 will become hostile with individuals it sees as being affected by pestilence and often has to be restrained or should it encounter such. If left unchecked, SCP-049 will generally attempt to kill any such individual. SCP-049 is capable of causing a biological function of orgasm to cease through direct skin contact. How this occurs is currently unknown, and autopsies of 049's victims have been variably been indicating that they have done little to kill the pestilence. Through will we through will usually seek to then perform a crude surgery on that corpse tank using the implements contained within a black doctor's bag it carries all the time. While these surgeries are not always successful, they often result in the creation of instances of SCP-0492. SCP-0492 instances are remained corpse and that have been operated on SCP-049. These instances do not seem to retain any of their prior memories or mental functions, having only basic motor skill and have respond to mechanism. While these instances are become generally inactive, moving very little, and wait, moving really little, and generally uh, ambulatory fashion, they can become extremely aggressive if provoked or if directed by the SCP-049. SCP-0492 instances can express active biological function. These are vastly different from the current understand human psychology despite uh, these alterations. SCP-049 is often remarked that the subject have been cured. Cured. Addendum S0491, the discovery. SCP-049 was discovered during an investigation of a series of unknown disappearances in the town of Montabel in southern France. During a raid on the local homes, investigators found several instances of SCP-0492 as well as SCP-049, while lawful enforcement personnel engaged hostile uh, 0492 instances. SCP-049 was noted as watching the engagement and taking notes of its journal. After all of the SCP-0492 instances were dispatched, SCP-049 willingly entered the Foundation custody. So here's the following conversation, the initial investigation by Dr. Raymond Ham. So I actually have a radio. I have uh I have the recording for you to all to hear. Just wait me a minute. Uh, so now here. Okay, let's listen. Okay, so that is the end of the log. Uh, 049 is kind of repeats voice, so let's continue. So I think, yeah, that's the end by now. So we will continue next time. So this is the warning for the last warning before this presentation end. So next week we will come to the point where Raymond Ham was killed by 049 and he becomes a 049 too. And Doctor I don't know what his name, but he will research for him and we will see you next time. Okay. Thank you for listening for this presentation. Uh, this is for work. So, warning. The warning. The file is in the SCP series. So you can review it once again. So this is for scientific purposes only. So yeah, that's the end of the presentation by now. So goodbye.